What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching another video. Your eyes are not deceiving you. My S3 is out and about. A lot of people think that I've sold this car or I've gotten rid of this car. It's been so long since I've made a video, and to be very honest with you, I've just been driving it. There hasn't really been anything new done with the car. I've driven it more, I would say, in the past like 6 months than I ever have in my ownership of this car. I've daylit it for weeks at a time. I've just enjoyed the car, driven it normally, driven it hard like I always do. And honestly, that's why you guys haven't really seen it. I've been focusing a lot on my Turbo Rabbit the past couple of months, probably to a year now. That's been my main focus, my main project. And this has kind of just been a car that's kind of where it's at. And it's pretty much perfect in the form that it is right now, and that's kind of why you guys haven't seen it. But I wanted to make a video today to update you guys. And honestly, the crazy part is I've had this car for 5 years now. I bought this car in November of 2020. We're at the end of November of 2025, so it's been 5 years since I've owned this car, and we'll go over that a little bit today and kind of just where the car's at, any future plans possibly, and where or what direction I decide to go with this car. Getting close up, obviously nothing has changed. It's number one is dirty, like it always is. I have a problem with keeping my cars clean, but same wheels, same everything. The setup is identical to the last time you guys saw it. I don't know if it's been about a year since I've posted this. Same exhaust, same everything. The only thing that I definitely need to address is my carbon mirrors are shot, especially the driver one and the passenger one. But I think I'm gonna get rid of the carbon and just go back to the OEM black ones. So, but everything else is pretty much the same on this car. Got new all-season tires on it. I didn't even need anything fancy for this car. It's perfect kind of the way it is. So same, setup, hybrid turbo XL, 93 and 85 maps. So interior wise, besides all my camera gear and stuff like that, everything's the same. Carbon fiber steering wheel, nothing else has changed beyond that. Still full interior. I never took out the back seats like a lot of people do. Never really was planning on breaking records and whatnot, but everything is literally exactly the same. I haven't changed a thing about the interior besides that steering wheel, and still have the access port, still running the same tunes that I have for the past 3 years with the hybrid turbo setup and everything like that. So we're just going to go on a little drive, just enjoy the car, and kind of just hash over the last 5 years quickly of this car, what I've thought about it, what's to come. So let's take her out and let's get it going. Just got to be careful off this little back road area. There's a lot of rocks and stuff. Probably shouldn't have actually brought this over here, but this car is still very quick, and right now it's only at 93. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been on E85 in a while, so I've been on 93. I've just been driving the car, like I said before. I've been kind of dailying the car more and more as time has gone on, in line with my Tiguan that I still daily, and I've just kind of enjoyed this car overall. With no major changes, I've just been driving it and just having a good time with it. I definitely want to go back on the 85 soon, though, even though the cold is here, just because 85 makes a huge difference in power. I mean, I would presume or assume that the car makes on 93 high 400s, and on E85 it has to make somewhere between low and mid 500s, so it's probably like a 50 to 60 wheel horsepower gain. And I still have not dynoed this car, which is something I have to do. I have to dyno this car before anything else, just to get an idea of how much power this car is making, because I've been wanting to do this for years now, and I just haven't had the time. Well, no, I lied. I've had the time, I just haven't gotten around to doing it, which is my fault. So besides people asking me if I've sold this car or I've gotten rid of this car, the most common question that I've gotten about this car is if I've had any issues at all after doing all the big modifications and whatnot, and the simple answer is no. I am very fortunate that this car has had absolutely zero problems in my entire ownership. Besides normal maintenance of this car, I have not had any problems whatsoever. This car has been the most, or one of the most reliable cars I've ever owned, especially at the level that it's at and the way that I drive this car, because I just put my foot down and it goes. And between the drag strip and the launches and the highway pulls and everything that I've done with this car, the fact that it's not broken anything is just amazing. And all I've done to keep this car how it is basic maintenance, like oil changes, plugs when it's time to, and making sure I'm putting the best fluids and just taking care of the car overall. And this car has just rewarded me in every single way. And in the 5 years of ownership that I've had this car, I essentially tuned this car immediately after buying it. I think in December 2020, it was a stage 1 tune with like basic intake. Then I went immediately to like a stage 2 E30 with the downpipe and everything like that. And I drove the car like that for about a year and a half, and then I decided to go the hybrid turbo route. I went XL, fully 85, full fuel system, everything that you could think of that a full bolt-on without opening up the engine car could get you. And again, I mean, I don't know how much better this car could get or could be, to be honest with you. It just goes. It's so consistent. On 93, it's super strong. On E85 is even better. And I have no complaints at all about this car. This has been one of the best cars that I could have bought, reliability-wise, fun-wise, look-wise. This is such a perfect car for so many different things. I can never remember how many miles I bought this car with. It was somewhere in the low 40s, like 41 or 42,000 miles. The car has a little bit over 67,000 miles now. So I've put, let's say, roughly 25 to 27,000 miles on this car. And again, not one hiccup. And a lot of the life that it's lived has been tuned under me. And then with all the bolt-ons and all the modifications and whatnot, it's good. Oh man, this car, Jesus man, this car is amazing. One thing I'm always asked about this car and my plans for this car is what's next? What do I want to do, or what's the goal going forward with this car? And that's a really tough question to answer, because I truthfully don't know. I don't know what route I want to take with this car. Part of me thinks that it's done and there's not much more that I really want to do. Part of me wants to just bite the bullet and go full balls to the wall, like built motor, full frame, make a 700 to 800 horsepower build and do that. But then I love drag racing. I love doing highway pulls. I love driving the car hard, but I don't have the time or the resources to make like a full, fast, crazy, like drag setup slash roll setup car. I just, quite frankly, don't have the time, the patience or anything to do that. So part of me thinks that's just out of the question. I thought about doing other little things, maybe change the turbo setup, obviously something like wheels and tires, make it look a little bit different. I've even toyed with maybe going to like an open source tuning setup, something a little more daily slash user friendly for me, and just try something else. I think those are the kind of other directions that I've been trying to push myself to go into. However, I think one of the biggest things for me right now is I've just been focusing so much on my Turbo Rabbit that this car has just kind of taken the back seat for now until I'm like 100% satisfied with that car, which that car's been taking up so much time, my money, my effort, and I've completely fallen in love with that car, and that has been like my ace car that I want to take out and have and fun with and hoon with and whatnot. And this car, again, has just kind of turned into more of a daily focused, fun car that can be faster than 90% of the things on the road and still have that reliability for daily driving. And that's kind of where I'm at. Again, maybe a different turbo setup in the future, maybe a different tuning solution in the future for this car. That might be in the works, that I've definitely thought about, just to kind of change the setup, you know, maybe make a little more power on the stock engine while still keeping it safe, and kind of go from there, guys. I mean, again, when you've had a car for so long and you've done so much, you kind of get to a point where you don't know if it's worth doing this or doing that. And I've had people message me, or in, you know, real life, just say, just build the engine and go full frame, and let's just make like a full, fun, you know, drag beast car. And I would love to do that, but again, I just don't have the resources to reliably do that, in my opinion. And I think that's where, for me, it becomes a question of if it's worth it, because I don't think I would get the full benefit of a setup like that. I don't go to the track all the time. I might go once or twice a year. I'm not there every weekend trying to break records, make times, and do all of these things. I'm not a 60 to 130 guy where I'm out there trying to set 60 to 130 records and try to be one of the fastest guys out there. That was never really the goal with this car. When I was stock turbo, the goal was to run 11-second passes, which is something common that's done, but that was my first goal. And then when I did the hybrid setup with everything like that, I wanted a full weight car that could run 10s in the quarter mile, and I accomplished that. And does the car have more in it? Absolutely, the car has more in it. I mean, I'll never take it away from this car. I know this car has more in it. I could do a different wheel and tire setup meant for drag racing at the track, and I could probably run a mid to very low 10 if this car set up properly. Some weight reduction, you never know. There's some people on stock engines that have, you know, done high 9-second passes, and I definitely think this car is capable of that. But again, I don't have the time or the resources, in my opinion, to do something like that with this car. And again, I think it would just be not genuine of me to try to do something like that. Man, this car still pulls so hard. Anyways, guys, that's going to conclude the video. Thank you so much for watching. And like I said, these last 5 years with this car have been amazing. I wouldn't change it for the world. This has been one of the best cars that I could have ever purchased. And just the experience that this car has given me on a daily basis when I drive it, from the smiles to the fun to the reliability, everything. This car is literally one of the best cars that you could buy on the market still. I'll probably make a video about that actually coming soon, because I think these cars right now, they've gotten so much more affordable and they still offer so much that if you're in the market for one, I think this is one of the best times you can actually buy one of these. But I'll get into that probably in another video on this car, because again, that's something else common that people like to ask me. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing a good job. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.